GearNetwork.com.
This is a Gear Network production.
You spring, I spring, we all spring for Teespring. You know what that means? As corny as that was, yes, I know it's corny as hell, we have a t-shirt store. It is up and it is running. And right now we have 8 shirts, but it is growing. The merchandise is growing. Right now we have shirts going from as little as $13 for a TJCMS first t-shirt to $20 for a Gear Network logo t-shirt. All of them available to be delivered right to your front door. You choose your size, you choose your style, and you go. It's as simple as that, and there are plenty more t-shirts to come, but take a look at our Teespring store. If you go to GearNetwork.com, under the Support the Shows banner and 4 links down is Gear Merchandise. That will take you directly to our Teespring store, and you can see all of our selection of our current shirts right now, our current merchandise. Thank you again for all of your support and using our links on GearNetwork.com.
From wherever we decide studios, broadcasted live on iTunes, Spreaker, and worldwide, this is the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast with your hosts, the Crimson Cyclone himself, Cyclone Jones, and of course, the producer, Pat G. The G stands for Gangsta. And now kick back and get ready for the eargasms.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know me, I know you, we know each other, back again. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Season 2, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Cyclone Jones, Pat G. The G stands for Gangster. Pat G, tell him what it is.
Yes, it is season number 2 of the TTRP, brought to you by Gear Network and, of course, shopgear.com.
Do you know why it's season 2? Wrestlemania is over. The brand new season starts. We start off on a brand new leg. Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. Cyclone Punch people. Pat G and people. What is the Pat G anyway?
I don't know.
If you had to Pat G somebody, what would you do?
What would I do?
If you had a finishing move, Pat G, what would it be?
Well, going back to my childhood and the Sweet Avenue Wrestling Association that we had.
Wow, okay.
My finisher then was a combination of the Macho Man elbow drop and leg drop from my buddy. So it was like... That's because we did the whole tag team thing.
Okay.
But if I had a personal finish move...
Thank you, Pat G.
I'd probably go submission because I was always a fan of, like, the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
So I think I created this...
Brian Jennings it. That's what you're saying.
No.
You would be the Brian Jennings.
No, I wouldn't. More like Dean Malenko because Texas Cloverleaf.
Cloverleaf? Okay.
It was I'd do a Cloverleaf mixed with a Lion Tamer.
Yeah. Cloverleaf line. Okay. All right, cool beans. All right, we'll accept that. Ladies and gentlemen, back again, though. Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. We got a lot to talk about. Now let's just take it down just a couple of notches because we're gonna start the show off like this. Unfortunately, the World Wrestling Internet world has lost a legend, Hall of Famer. Bruno Sammartino passes away at the age of 82.
Yes.
It's a great thing that he patched up a lot of different things with the WWE.
Oh, absolutely.
He was able to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Very true.
You know, and it's awesome that happened before he passed away.
Oh, absolutely. Because you've seen it in recent years. Is they've been patching up relationships. Excuse me. Triple H has been patching up relationships.
Yes.
Triple H has been that bridge to patching up relationships. Bruno Sammartino was one of the first ones. And then, of course, you saw Macho Man Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, so on and so forth. And this is the thing, is Bruno Sammartino still is the longest reigning WWF World Heavyweight Champion.
Right.
He's got that record. So for him to be in the Hall of Fame and had patched that before he did pass away was one of the great things. But when the news came that he passed away, like, everybody reacted.
Right, exactly.
The place where he lived in Pittsburgh, the mayor posted something.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh Penguins, Pittsburgh Steelers, the sports teams posted things. Like, everybody was, like, passing on their condolences to the Sammartino family.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's something where, you know, it's sad. You know, I mean, I wish I would have been able to meet this man.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, a lot of people would have, you know, in the wrestling business wish they had been able to meet him. You know, I definitely wish I would have been able to, but, you know, his works, his legend, you know, him being the guy that he is, lives on through all of us. You know, it's time that, you know, I don't even know what I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. It's weird.
Well,
you know,
what's funny is Bruno Mars paid tribute to him as well because the namesake and everything.
Yep. Oh, wow. That's cool.
He tweeted a photo of himself along with Sammartino with the words, sending love and prayers to Bruno Sammartino's family. He was such a gentleman when I met him and really meant a lot to my father and I, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Mars met the retired wrestler who his dad had nicknamed him after.
Oh, wow.
That's where the Bruno Mars comes in.
Mm-hmm.
He was nicknamed after Bruno Sammartino from his dad because his dad was a big time wrestling fan.
Right. And that's awesome.
Among Sammartino being one of his favorites.
Amongst other things.
Yeah. But that's the thing. His passing is one of the things where while you may not be a wrestling fan, you know the name.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was one of them generational talents that put wrestling on the map.
Right.
During his time in the business. So the thing with Sammartino is WWE is going to run a special after Monday Night Raw this upcoming Monday with Sammartino after Raw, showing the life of Sammartino in ring, probably him doing commentary, supporting his son, and all that. And Sammartino is one of the people that influenced a lot of people in the 70s and in the 60s and 70s to get into pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hulk Hogan has stated that Sammartino is one of the guys that he kind of tried to take things part of. Same thing with Piper and a lot of the guys that are in wrestling today mention Bruno as a pioneer of the business.
Right. And he is. He is just that. You know, so with that being said, we definitely want to, you know, send our condolences out to the Sammartino family. And I mean, it's definitely a loss in the professional wrestling world.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, definitely a sad day.
A loss in world in general, because Sammartino was such a gracious gentleman. When you did meet him, there were a lot of people that said whenever somebody came across him in just everyday life, he was treated everybody with respect.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So from that, we go on to WrestleMania.
Yes.
We did miss a week.
Missed about 2 weeks because...
Is it 2 weeks? Has it been 2 weeks? It's going on 2 weeks.
Close.
It's close to it.
Close, because WrestleMania was April 8th.
Yeah, so this Sunday would be 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah. Okay.
A little over a week and a half. But, So a lot going on. But WrestleMania weekend started off with NXT.
Mm-hmm. Which was amazing. Amazing.
I'm not going to touch on the Hall of Fame because outside of maybe the Dudleys and Mark Henry, everything was kind of eh.
Yeah.
To a major point. I will say this. Mark Henry, had the moment of the night. The close-up begging Owen Hart's wife to let his friend join.
Right.
Same thing with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett had that friendship with Owen Hart.
Right. And you know what Turnbuckle Talk Radio had the night for? We had the night because we interviewed Jeff Jarrett.
We did.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. On NXT. Leading off NXT was the 6-way ladder match for the newly created North American Championship. Yes. And as soon as I saw Ricochet come out, I was blown away. That man is amazing.
He is amazing.
Amazing. Watching him at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla was just off the chain.
Well, someone that's seemed very comfortable in his return to the WWE was EC3.
Yeah.
He seemed very comfortable.
That's crazy, though. I mean, but it's so funny that EC3 had went to developmentals. He was in NXT before.
He was known as Derek Bateman.
Came up.
Yep.
Got released.
Went elsewhere.
Reestablished himself as EC3.
Yes.
And then came back to WWE.
Yes. Kind of the same thing that Drew McIntyre had done.
Yeah, same thing. Drew was was he in?
He was on the roster, got released, went elsewhere, got himself better.
Established himself.
Exactly. And
came back.
Got the call back.
And I think that's the difference. And I'm not going to say he got himself better. I'm going to take that back from you because he was already that good.
Yeah.
I think that he made himself as he left.
Yes.
Just like EC3 did.
Yes.
They wanted to do the whole Derek Bateman, which is a stupid thing. He was limited to what he was doing.
Same thing as what Cody Rhodes is doing right now. Cody left, but Cody has made himself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So Derek Bateman, horrible. EC3, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, with oh goodness.
Now, and also, you mentioned Ricochet.
Right.
Also, you had the Velveteen Dream.
Yep.
In this match, and he's got this, like, mix between Rick Martel and Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Because he had the painted on tights of all the guys.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing with this ladder match was, it wasn't your typical, like, smodge ladder match. Like, it was back and forth all over the place, and it got to a point where once all 6 guys started realizing all they were doing were just cutting each other off, they essentially went for the murder death kill to end it, to get the title. And from there, that match just went up another notch.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like, that match was just amazing. Outstanding, crazy. I mean, it was a spot fest.
Oh, it was.
However, it was done so well.
It was done so well in the sense of the psychology of not your typical ladder match. Everybody knows, you got to get up the ladder, get the title.
Yeah.
But everybody wasn't like just going spot. Everybody was like, no, I'm hitting you with everything I got to put you down.
Exactly.
And eventually that's what happened. And Adam Cole was the reaper of the benefit, winning the North American Championship.
Which I said he was going to win.
You did say he was going to win.
Adam Cole, baby.
Now the next one was the NXT Women's Title match.
Yep.
Which was a hell of a match, but it's one of the things that Shayna Baszler hasn't really gotten a lot of credit due to being Ronda Rousey's friend. But I think this match kind of put her on the map a little bit.
I think with the skill that Shayna Baszler has, and with the surprising performance that Ronda Rousey has done,
yes,
it's going to change the game for WWE.
Oh, absolutely,
dramatically. I
absolutely,
think, for the women's division right now.
One of the best parts of that women's match was essentially Shayna Baszler popping her shoulder back in against the post.
Yes,
like just going pop and like slamming and popping it back in.
Yeah, amazing.
Ember Moon went up for the Eclipse. Shayna Baszler caught her. And Pat got her to pass out.
Yep.
And your new NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. Now, Adam Cole in match number 2.
You can't say Adam Cole's name without doing it the right way.
Okay.
Just like Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
You can't do it.
This is why I have you. I thought we established this. I say it, you drop in the drop part, okay? Well, Adam Cole,
baby,
due to the injury of Bobby Fish, was forced to defend the NXT Tag Team Championships in a triple threat match, which also was going to give the winning team the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Finals Champion trophy.
Right.
They faced AOP and the team of Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. Now this match was all over the place, and eventually Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne seemed like they had the victory in hand. Pete Dunne hits the finisher, and then out of nowhere, Roderick Strong stomps on his head and hits Pete Dunne with his finisher, giving the Undisputed Era the victory, and then ripping the band off of Adam Cole, putting it on, essentially joining Undisputed Era,
which he did, which is a ballsy move. I mean,
and now you have your true ROH faction.
Yeah, and that's why it's awesome. That's why NXT is awesome. That's why NXT is better than WWE TV. I think.
Very true. Your next match was the NXT title match, which saw Andreas Cien Almas taking on Aleister Black.
Yep.
And I will say this, Almas was kind of like floundering until they put Selena Vega with him. And Selena Vega doing everything for her man to keep that title on him. Went to the well one too many times.
Yep.
And then Black ducked, and next thing you know, Black hits the Black Mass. And that's all it is. 1, 2, 3. New champion.
And Dunner.
And then your main event for the night was the unsanctioned match between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. And both men were talking about how they didn't want to have the whole 5-star classic. They wanted to have the brawl. They had the brawl, but they had a 5-star classic brawl.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And at the end, it was great because they go back to when they throw back their callbacks to the Cruiserweight Classic and everything. And when they're sitting in, Ciampa had that look, and Gargano's Gargano babyface. And Gargano didn't fall for it, ducks it, and snaps in the Gargano lock with the knee brace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
With Ciampa's knee brace. And Gargano picks up the victory, getting his job back at NXT.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Well, moving on from NXT,
yes,
which was an amazing show.
Yeah.
Which was an amazing show. Now it is time for the marathon that is WrestleMania.
That is WrestleMania. Now, we're not going to touch on every single match.
No.
There's no way in the world.
We're going to touch on the main points here. The main points. Because the fact that WrestleMania was essentially 7 hours long was kind of ridiculous, but it's WrestleMania, so I'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Hardy wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal with the help of the returning Bray Wyatt, which I liked. Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali to become the new Cruiserweight champion. Naomi wins the Women's Battle Royal.
Let's talk about that for a second. Go ahead.
Which, I'm sorry, Naomi had her WrestleMania moment last year in Orlando, coming back from the injury, winning the title. She did not need to win it here.
I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is they cut to commercial as she got put out the ring from the bottom rope or the middle rope. So she wasn't eliminated. So nobody knew that she was still in the match. Until the very end. When they were like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. When Bayley
win.
Bayley and Sasha are the one and last two. They do the whole shake hand thing. Bayley's not going to fall for it. Dump Sasha. Finally, Bayley's got her moment. It looks like they're going to kind of give her something.
Yep.
And then out of nowhere, it's like, wait. Naomi's not been eliminated. Rear veer. Bayley gets tossed.
Yep.
And at this point, I'm sorry, Bayley is DOA. Bayley is DOA. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing more you can do to help Bayley.
I don't think so. I think that Bayley and Sasha's feud is going to rekindle her.
Okay.
It's going to pull out something in Bayley that needs to be pulled out.
Okay.
I think that Bayley is that mediocre wrestler where it's like, she's good. She's got some following, but she needs
an edge to her.
Exactly.
Needs a spark, needs an edge.
You know.
Well, moving on from that, onto the main show, the opening match was the IC Championship match between Seth Rollins, Miz, and Finn Balor. Seth Rollins picking up the victory after delivering back-to-back stomps, and wins the IC Championship, essentially becoming a Grand Slam champion. Now all the Shield are Grand Slam champions.
Yep.
Now, in a surprise match, because I didn't think this match was going to be on this early, the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Charlotte defending against Asuka. I didn't think... But then watching the show back, I can understand why you put it on, because you had the crowd being hot coming off the IC Championship match.
Yep.
So I can understand that. Charlotte picking up the victory, which during the first match and the second match, WWE cut to John Cena sitting in the crowd 15 times.
Yeah.
15 times. From the minute the show started until this point, there had been about 15 camera cuts to John Cena. Sitting in the corner, drinking a beer, whatever. And then finally, Charlotte's got her big moment and everything, going up the ramp. And a referee just, out of nowhere, runs, jumps over the rail, whispers something to John Cena, which has taken the internet. So, like I said, the internet storm that were John Cena memes running to the back. But it essentially took away from that moment.
It did, because when it happened, you seen Charlotte looking at the camera like, what's going on? And she's kind of smiling. She's like, okay, it's kind of weird. Like, oh, Cena's running to the back. Okay, you're Cena.
Yeah. Then the United States Championship match happened. Jinder Mahal picking up the victory, pinning Rusev.
Which kind of, I mean, I didn't mind Jinder winning it.
Yeah.
But then we find out after Mania, he drops it and leaves.
Yeah.
So it was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. And then a match that everybody wanted to see was Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey taking on Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. And on the tweets that people were tweeting were, tell Triple H and Stephanie, trikes do not make you badass. All the people that are fans of motorcycles and everything. Right. But this match, I'm sorry, stole the show. This
match completely threw me off guard.
It did.
And the reason being is because I thought this was the sandwich break match.
Yeah.
I honestly put out there.
Sandwich break, bathroom break.
And I honestly believe last show, I think I said it.
You did.
This is going to be where you go to the bathroom.
Yep, you did.
But I stayed and I watched. This match completely blew me away for the simple fact that Ronda Rousey completely destroyed my expectations.
She did. She destroyed everybody's expectations.
Completely. Like, did so well. And I was happy about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey picking up the victory, of course. And then Ronda Rousey, just the after effect. Like, now everybody goes, okay, she belongs.
Yep.
She can do this. And it's going to be... Like, I feel like Ronda Rousey's going to be, like, that kind of, like, attraction to an extent until she's, like, fully engaged.
Yep.
Because you have all the talent that you do in the women's division. Up next was the Triple Threat SmackDown Tag Championship match. The Bludgeon Brothers facing the New Day and the Usos, the champions. The Bludgeon Brothers picking up the victory. Okay.
Listen, in all honesty, though, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, it gets the titles off of
the Usos
and the New Day.
And makes them chase.
It makes them chase. And it also puts it on a brand new team who's already been established already.
Exactly.
And weren't they tag team champions before? Or was it mixed? It was mixed,
I think.
They freebirded. Did they? Yeah, no, they didn't freebird it. No, because I think Luke Harper was hurt.
Yeah, I don't think they had the titles. I think they were just in the mix.
I could have sworn. Okay, never mind. I thought they did the title. So this is their first title reign.
Yeah,
and it's definitely a good thing, especially for the people of Rochester.
Oh, absolutely.
That's where Luke Harper's from.
Yep,
it's awesome.
And up next, you hear the music. John Cena comes out.
Oh, that was Cena's music. That's what that was?
That little beginning.
That's horns. What it was. Do it again. Let me hear it.
I can't.
Nope, let me hear it. Do it again. Please tell me what the fuck that was. Do it again.
I messed up. I did it good last time.
Do it again.
No, I can't.
Oh, you're a jerk. Anyway, well,
I messed up. But John Cena's music hits. He comes out. The crowd's doing John Cena sucks.
Yep.
All that.
He comes out in the middle of the ring. He's waiting. Referee runs out after him after he gets in the ring and says he's not here.
He says not here. Gets a defeated look.
He says,
the lights go black.
Lights go black and the whole crowd goes crazy.
Everybody goes crazy.
And we are waiting for the man.
Yeah.
We are waiting for the dead one. And all of a sudden, boom, Elias comes out.
Yes. Now, I will say this. Regardless of what people think, I'd rather have Elias do this than just be thrown in the Battle Royal.
Yes. I'm happy with this. This is his own WrestleMania spot.
Yeah.
It's his own. He came out, he sang. He sang a song.
Sang down the aisleway. Granted, yes, he got beat up and
he's a heel. He's supposed to.
Yeah. After the fact.
The face is supposed to shut the heel's mouth.
Yep.
He came out, he sang. He got the fans behind him with WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
70,000 people.
70,000. He got over as a heel.
He did.
And then he got his ass whooped. That's what he's supposed to do. That's a heel's WrestleMania moment unless you win the title.
Exactly.
Get the crowd behind you, and he did it.
And he did.
So we're good.
So John Cena's magically walking back up the entranceway.
Yep.
Lights go black again. And then all of a sudden you hear gong.
You hear what?
You hear the gong.
You made the gong sound that time.
I did.
You're horrible at sound effects.
I did. This is why I have you. I gotta stop trying to do sound effects. I gotta leave the effects to you. This is season 2 for you.
Season 2, baby.
Anyway,
gong.
The music hits. Undertaker walks out.
Yes.
And this match was essentially what it needed to be.
What was it?
2 minute.
It was a 2-minute squash.
2-minute squash. Undertaker hitting his greatest hits.
Yep.
Done.
And I think the reason, of course, one for time, because they didn't want to go a full match.
No.
Cena could have won a full match.
Oh, yeah.
Taker probably didn't, they didn't want to do for Taker. Also, too, in my opinion, it brings the streak back.
Really?
Undertaker is now undefeated again at WrestleMania.
It does.
Even though he's had records already.
Yeah.
But now he has that loss taken away again. Because he's lost to Brock.
He's lost to Roman.
He lost to Roman the year after.
Yep.
They're back to back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Now he's back on the winning streak again.
He is.
Done.
Okay. But this match was essentially what it needed to be.
Yep.
It was. Because a lot of people had such a bad taste from the year previous with the match between him and Roman.
Both years.
And even him and Brock.
Yeah.
This essentially just washes that all away.
Yep. Because both years made him look like a punk.
Oh, it did.
The Brock match made him look like a straight up old punk ass mortuary guy.
But also reports saying in that Brock match, he suffered a concussion super early in that match.
He probably did because Brock is unsafe.
True. Brock is a brawler. He's a fighter.
Unsafe.
But the thing is Undertaker had his moment. Now you essentially have that thing of when John Cena does come back. Mm-hmm. John Cena spent a month calling him out, and you now have that thing of okay, maybe John Cena starts to doubt himself. Kind of not like the throwback to when he lost to The Rock, and then had that maybe kind of now it's like here I am, I call him out and I lost so quick. Mm-hmm. Can I really cut it? Can I hack it? Kind of situation,
right?
But after all that, the next special feature match was the match of Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan taking on the team of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, where if Zayn and Owens won, they would get their jobs back on SmackDown Live. Zayn and Owens attack super early, taking out Bryan.
Completely.
Essentially leaving a not 100% Shane McMahon by himself. And Bryan eventually recovers, gets the tag, takes everybody out, wins the match. Making sure Zayn and Owens are still fired from SmackDown Live.
Which I think is great. I thought that was great. I really did.
A lot of people were mad that Daniel Bryan got taken out for the first 10 minutes of the match. But listen, Daniel Bryan's back, his first match ever. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens know Daniel Bryan better than anyone. They know what he's capable of. Mm-hmm. So why would you not take him out, especially knowing that Shane McMahon's not 100%?
Right. Plus, Shane McMahon's not the wrestler.
Exactly.
You know?
Up next was the Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax taking on Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
Essentially, Nia Jax came out and destroyed Mickie James.
Yeah.
Destroyed her, and then got in the ring, and I felt like this match went on a little too long.
I don't think so.
No?
I think this match was exactly what it was. It was a big man, little man match.
Okay.
Big woman, little woman match.
Okay.
You know, it played well. You know, Alexa tried to take the knee out, get her down. Didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And Nia Jax took the win.
Yep. Nia Jax is your Raw Women's Champion. Up next was the dream match everybody had been waiting for. AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
This is why I have you.
It wasn't that good of a match.
Oh, no. And also, I think the crowd was kind of dead at this point.
They were waiting for this match.
Yeah.
They were waiting for this match to pick them back up.
Yeah. And it didn't. And it didn't.
And it didn't.
And AJ Styles picks up the victory. And
Shinsuke heel turn.
Shinsuke decided to go, instead of knee to face,
yep,
fist to balls.
Yep, which I love because now he's playing the stereotypical heel, an Asian, where I don't speak English. And he's
so sarcastic about it.
And I love it.
Yes. Up next was the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Braun Strowman.
Can we just skip this?
Real quick.
Can we just skip this?
We will. Taking on the bar. Braun Strowman picks up the victory.
Because he went and got Nicholas.
He went and picked some kid out of the crowd, which, those out you, Nicholas is the son of one of the WWE referees.
We didn't have to do that.
Okay.
But
whatever. And then finally, the main event, Brock Lesnar defending the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns, and WWE trying to catch lightning in a bottle again. Didn't work because they thought these two guys could have the same kind of match that they did 3 years ago before Seth Rollins cashed in, and it wasn't. Plain and simple. Brock wins.
Do you know why the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match was good the first time? Because Seth Rollins cashed in.
True.
Because Seth Rollins cashed in.
Very true.
I mean, and that's it. All right. I feel like we're ending on a bad note because the last two matches were horrible.
They were. But this WrestleMania, of course, leads into the Raw after WrestleMania.
Right.
And, of course, SmackDown.
Which we'll talk about on the second half of the show.
Which we will talk about on the second half. But also, John Cena having his Undertaker moment.
Right.
And everything.
Wait, nope, stop. We'll talk about it in the second half. It's break time.
I'm trying to lead into the break.
Well, how you lead? Go ahead, lead away.
So, John Cena had his moment.
Right.
But there's been major stories, even now, with more John Cena, which we'll talk about after the break and everything, along with the Mania and SmackDown after WrestleMania and all the debuts. And maybe now you might see some releases as well.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Let's take a break. And you'll hear JC Money talk over our show JC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the Gear Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the Gear Network, so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Better Live Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the Gear Network. So that's shopgear.com. SHOPGERE.com.
Hey everyone, you like the music that you hear? Whether it's a background music on the commercial, a selection from either Brandon or myself on Football Talk Weekly, myself on TJCMS, or maybe the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, folks, play the wrestling theme that you just dig and you want to hear over and over and over again. Well, I'll tell you what. Gear Network can hook you up with Amazon Music Unlimited 30-day free trial. You can listen to tens of millions of songs, any song, anywhere, with new releases from today's most popular artist. You can listen to it ad-free with unlimited skips. And the best part, the most awesome part, you can save that data if you're still on one of them tiered data plans like I am. You can download it for offline listening. Better yet, if you have Amazon Echo at home, because I know you do, you can just ask Alexa to play whatever song you want, and they'll do it for you, just like that. It's kind of crazy. After the 30-day trial, you're really going to like this. The price for this is amazing. $7.99 a month or $79 a year for an individual plan for Prime members, or $14.99 a month, $149 a year for a family plan for Prime members. Or if you just want to go with just the Echo, because you like the Echo, you have the Echo at your house, and you want to just do an Echo plan, hey, $3.99 a month. You can't go wrong there. If you're also a student, you get a discount as well. Head to GearNetwork.com. On the top bar, it says Support the Shows. Under Shop Amazon, you will find the Amazon Music Unlimited free trial link right there, and you can click that and sign up for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Music Unlimited. This podcast does receive a special bonus if you do sign up and use the 30 days, even if you don't keep it. So it helps us out tremendously. But if Amazon is not your thing as well, right to the left of Support the Shows is the donate button, and we accept PayPal in any denomination. As always, thank you for your likes, your shares, your listens, your support, your shopping through Amazon, your donates through PayPal on GearNetwork.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. As the smoke settles and the debris has settled to the ground, we walk into one of the biggest Monday nights of all wrestling history. The Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
Yes, which is so crazy because of the crowd. Because a lot of the crowd is your layover from WrestleMania. WrestleMania week.
Screw the crowd, man. We're talking about the call-ups, baby.
Yes, call-ups. Well, up first, Stephanie McMahon came out and was talking about her poor arm.
Oh, my arm is broken.
And played it up that she had been humbled. And she wants to work with Ronda Rousey going forward.
Was she humbled like the Iron Sheik?
I don't know about that. Ronda Rousey comes out, they shake hands, and Ronda Rousey does that so awesome face flip of laughing smiles to death.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially grabs Steph's arm and locks it, and rips the brace off and locks it in again. And to note, she kept Steph's right arm free so Steph could sign them checks.
Oh, yeah.
Up next was your first debut of the night, because you had Alexa Bliss and Mickie James come out and run their mouth. Nia Jax came out, and Alexa Bliss is like, "Oh, you don't have a partner?" Nia's like, "Yes, I do."
Yes.
And that partner was the recent NXT Women's Champion, Ember Moon.
Awesome pick. I mean, I have to commend Nia Jax for picking Ember Moon as her partner.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's just amazing. Amazing. Who would have thought she would have picked Ember Moon?
I don't know. I don't know. Up next was the relinquishing of the tag team titles by Braun Strowman and Nicholas.
Oh, goodness.
Because Nicholas is in the 4th grade and has scheduling conflicts.
How do you have scheduling conflicts at the age in 4th grade? How?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
I don't know.
What other things do you have more important than be tag team champion in the WWE?
So essentially they took the championships off the bar for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Up next was another debut. No Way Jose.
No Way Jose.
Which a lot of people on Twitter were calling this Adam Rose 2.0.
I was about to say that.
Because
I was just about to say that.
He brought out his conga line.
Yep.
Which he's a great act if he plays his cards right. Mm-hmm. And working the style or whatever. But he can easily be a guy that takes off and get propped up for maybe a secondary title shot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's very popular.
Adam Rose didn't win a title, did he?
No, he didn't.
No. They didn't give him a title.
I don't know. We'll see. The Bar came to Kurt Angle up next and was like, our titles give us back our titles.
Yeah.
We deserve them. Angle was like, no. Angle had set up 2 elimination tag matches in the night. The winners of those will face each other the following week. That winner will face the Bar for the Raw Tag Team Championships at the world's biggest Royal Rumble on April 27th.
Yep, which is going to be at, 12 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yep, 12 p.m. in the afternoon. The first one of the match was the Good Brothers taking on the Revival picking up the victory. Seth Rollins came out and talked about his big win.
Yep.
And whatnot. And then that essentially set up your main event for the night because you had Seth Rollins come out, The Miz came out, and everything.
Yep.
And talked to it and whatnot. Up next was the continuation of Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Absolution.
Yep.
And this is where Paige led Paige to announce her retirement due to neck injuries.
Yeah.
And she said it comes around because 4 years ago she debuted in that very building, winning the Divas Championship.
Told you it ends. That place ends.
New Orleans.
Yo, New Orleans ends freaking careers, man, and streaks and everything.
It did. Well, up next, Elias came out to sing to the New Orleans crowd, and this was another debut / return of one Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, that's my man's.
Lashley comes out, destroys Elias.
Bye
bye. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn meet with Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Begging them for a job.
Which Kurt Angle said, you know what?
And Kurt Angle with the burn of the century.
What was the burn? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I missed it.
He tells them that he hears TNA is hiring.
Oh, that is right. He did say that. And he blatantly said it, too.
He blatantly said it.
He did say that. And the crowd went crazy off it. It was like, yo, I heard TNA's hiring. He's like, whoa. But he did give them a chance.
He did.
He said, I'm going to put you guys in a match.
Yep.
You win your match.
The winner of this match will get that last spot on Monday Night Raw.
And guess what, guys? It's you versus you.
Yep.
Owens versus Zayn.
Well, up next, you had Slater and Rhino come out, and we're the first ever SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. We'll face any team in the back. And out comes
AOP. Destruction, terror, and mayhem.
Yes.
Pass me a sissy soft sucker, I'll slay him. You have no idea where that came from. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
It's all right. It's LL Cool J on the air.
Well, after the match, the Author of Pain
got ready to leave
and put their hands on Paul Ellering and was like,
Nah, dude.
We good.
Nah, dude. Be easy. Hold up. Hold that for a minute.
Yep.
And told him to leave.
And then Roman Reigns comes out, talks, and the returning Samoa Joe comes out and slays him promo-wise.
Of course.
Destroyed him in a promo. The next match to advance in the tag team championship thing, the team of Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt taking on Titus
Worldwide,
which I kind of feel bad for Apollo because he's such a talented guy.
I'm going to break it down for you,
but it works.
I'm going to break it down for you really quickly. Mm-hmm. They put Apollo with Titus because they can still use him in the storyline, but they don't have to give him anything. And the reason why that is, and as blatant as it is, and please, if you think I'm wrong, call me out on it. It's because he's black.
Okay.
I mean, what other reason? You see, I mean,
there isn't any other reason.
They put those two together, and then they put what's her name? What's their manager's name?
Oh,
Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke.
They put Dana Brooke with her because they didn't have anything to do with Dana Brooke either.
Yeah.
So they put them all together.
Together to just give them something.
Give them something.
Well, up next was the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match for the remaining lone spot on Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
And this led to a double contest, no contest, double count out.
Yep.
And whatnot. And then in your main event, you saw Seth Rollins and Finn Balor teaming up with a returning Jeff Hardy, taking on The Miz and the Miztourage. And, of course, Jeff Hardy, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor pick up the victory.
Of course. Why wouldn't they? And
then flipping over to the next night, continuing the fun on SmackDown Live. You saw there were a few debuts on SmackDown Live. Not a lot, but a few. Not as much as Monday Night Raw, but you still get them. Is AJ Styles came out and ended up getting a match with Rusev, which then ran into what the main event's going to be that night.
Yep.
And then Shane McMahon comes out and announces the new general manager for SmackDown Live.
And guess who it is?
Paige.
It's Paige. And guess who got scared?
Who got scared?
Guess. I'll give you a guess. He's in the New Day.
Oh. And one Xavier Woods.
Because his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, is now your boss.
Yep. Well, following the announcement of Paige, the New Day and Usos continued their rivalry for the chance to face the Bludgeon Brothers at the world's biggest Royal Rumble.
Yep.
And the Usos picking up the victory. Which, the Usos versus New Day is always great.
Right. It's always a good match.
Always a good match.
But I think Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers is going to be a great match.
Oh, absolutely.
That's really going to be a good match.
I totally believe that as well. Naomi, coming off her victory of the Battle Royal at WrestleMania, took on Natalya. Because Natalya is not real. Natalya is, at this point, I think Natalya is just a vet to kind of help along everyone else.
Yeah, that's all she is. I mean, she's definitely assisting with bringing the talent in now.
Yes. And then they cut to the back, and Renee Young interviews Shinsuke Nakamura. And asks about his actions at WrestleMania. And then Shinsuke says he's sorry, and maybe he got too emotional. Renee calls him out for being disingenuous, and then Shinsuke claims he speaks no English.
I don't speak English. No speak English well. That's what he says.
Not at all. Up next, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte, comes out to talk about her victory over Asuka, saying Asuka was the toughest challenge of her career. Thanks her for that. She's still the champion, says her match with Asuka was magical. And Charlotte wants to know who she will make magic with next. And boy, did the world pop on Twitter because the debut that everybody was waiting for.
What was that?
The iconic duo, now known as the Iconics due to copyright infringement, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
Yes, indeed. These two beautiful women came out, decimated Charlotte,
put her down, and as the Iconics are going up the aisleway, all of a sudden you hear that music, the FAB.
Yep.
And out comes
the FABOLOUS. The FABOLOUS. There we go. That's how you spell it.
Yes. Out come Carmella. And in another WWE GIF Mean World adventure, Carmella comes out, hands the referee the briefcase. And the referee is one of the top senior officials in WWE. Taps the case. Yep. Taps the case again. 6 times.
Yep.
He had to ask. He's like pointing to the case, hitting the case. Carmella's like,
"You want me to cash this in?" And she's yelling at him, "Yes. Yes."
And it just was, it was like.
So let's stop there. Do you think that was planned? Or do you think he really didn't know what the hell was going on?
I don't think he knew what was going on. I would like to think he didn't know what was going on. But if that was planned, at that moment I was like, Charlotte's getting up and going to recover. And
that's what I was thinking,
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was thinking, so I don't think he knew.
I don't think he knew it was happening.
Yeah. Or unless he completely forgot and just fudged it.
Yeah.
He pulled a Pat G.
He did.
You know.
He did.
But I honestly believe he didn't know. And it was just like, yeah. And he's like, "You want me to cash it in? You want me to cash it in? You want me to cash it in?" And then he probably got it on the speaker. Fucking cash it in.
Got it. Whoever was producing was like, "Yo,
jackass, do it."
Yeah.
You know.
Carmella hits the super kick, pins 1, 2, 3, and is now your new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yep.
And then Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, Rusev took on each other in a triple threat match to win the right of the number 1 contendership for the U.S. title. Randy Orton picks up the victory. And then you had your main event, which Paige set up earlier in the night. AJ Styles taking on Daniel Bryan, which was a hell of a match up until...
Which was an awesome match because everybody wanted it.
Yep.
Everybody said, "Oh my gosh, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, what planet am I living on right now?"
Exactly.
And then it ended
with
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Fist 2 balls.
Yep. Before he kicked Bryan Daniels in the...
He did. He came out
Bryan in the head first.
And he caught Bryan with the Kinshasa.
Yep. Kicked him in the head first and then fist to nutsack.
Yep. And then on top of that, WWE had all them call-ups and everything.
Yep.
The following week on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown was the Superstar Shakeup, which I think is great in the sense that they do it, but I feel like they need to go back to the draft.
I would love to see the draft.
I feel like they need to go back to the draft. Now, WWE Monday Night Raw is going to be Monday Night Raw regardless. End of story. Plain as day. But I think SmackDown Live got better due to the subtractions they made.
I think so as well. I mean, right now, SmackDown and Raw, like right now, Raw is just oversaturated. They are. I think SmackDown is just doing it, man.
Oh yeah, SmackDown is absolutely doing it. Now, over the 2 days, you saw a lot of people kind of flip-flop here. Now, on that first day, this is the lineup that came from SmackDown Live to Monday Night Raw. Jinder Mahal,
yep,
the Riot Squad, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who got signed to a contract via Stephanie McMahon because of their match, Zack Ryder, the Fashion Police, Natalya, Dolph Ziggler, cosplaying Shawn Michaels, Drew McIntyre, cosplaying Diesel.
Yep. However, I mean that was the Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere.
Yes.
That was a call up.
Yes.
Because he didn't get called up last. He got called up that night.
Yeah, he got called up that night.
Yep.
Baron Corbin, The Ascension, Bobby Roode, Mojo Rawley, Mike Kanellis, and Chad Gable. Going from Raw to SmackDown was The Miz due to Daniel Bryan's request. And what was funny on Twitter, people are going, Paige is the best GM of all time. She's like, I'm going to trade you Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for The Miz, but you have to take all of this to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Which was great. Like the amount of people and everything on Twitter, on the Twitter feed, like was great. Was great with that.
Yeah.
Now, going from Raw to SmackDown, you saw a few changes.
Yep.
The bar.
Yep.
The Good Brothers.
Yep.
And nobody really major. Like, I didn't think anybody... You saw Jeff Hardy, who won the United States Championship on Monday Night from Jinder Mahal.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like you also got R-Truth, which R-Truth works in the sense of, like, helping filling that veteran role on the live events and everything. You also saw, and I think the move at the bar is good because they've done all that they can do on Raw as far as the tag division. Now it gives you fresh matchups. They renew their rivalry with the New Day.
Yep.
They can now face the Usos, which I think the bar versus the Usos would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
You have the Bludgeon Brothers, and then you have, of course, Sanity. Mm-hmm. Which Sanity is getting called up.
Yeah, Sanity.
And a lot of people were kind of like questioning that because Nikki Cross wasn't with them. Mm-hmm. The reason being is you just had Ember Moon and Peyton Royce, Billy Kay get called up.
Yep.
You had to keep somebody.
You still got to have a women's division.
You got to keep somebody to keep the NXT women's division together. Together.
Together?
Yeah, together.
Okay, just checking. I wanted to make sure that you meant together and not together like you did. Okay, gotcha.
Also getting moved to SmackDown was Asuka.
Yes.
Which continues her feud with Charlotte.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, the former NXT heavyweight champion, Almas with Zelina Vega got called up.
Yeah.
So that puts him in great company along with your Bobby Roode, your United States Championship picture, where you have Randy Orton and everything. Also, when Jeff Hardy popped out to defend the U.S. Championship and everything, it kind of seems like heel Randy Orton might be returning, which is great because heel Randy Orton is awesome. Because like Randy Orton came out before Hardy showed up, and kind of when Hardy's music hit, Orton kind of had that look like, okay. Which a lot of people think that Randy Orton and Bobby Roode are kind of the same thing. They should never be faces.
They are.
At all.
No, I like Randy Roode. I like Bobby Roode as a face.
Okay.
Like the whole glorious thing is awesome as a face. I mean, it can be done either way.
Oh yeah. A lot of people think he shouldn't be a face. But that's pretty much all of the call-ups, shake-ups, and everything. As WWE's got a lot of fresh matches up and everything.
So right now with WWE and the shake-up, you got a lot happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which is amazing. It gives wrestling new life now.
It does.
You know.
And it gives you a lot of fresh faces in new places and fresh matchups.
Yeah.
And everything.
So let's talk about Or did you want to talk about something else?
No, I was actually going to go where you were going to go.
Okay. Let's talk about WrestleMania moments.
Yes.
Because
yes.
there's always a WrestleMania moment, right?
There is.
What was this year's WrestleMania moment?
I think this year's WrestleMania moment was Charlotte defeating Asuka.
Yes, I think so as well. What was last year's WrestleMania moment?
You know what? Actually, there were 3 total.
Yeah.
This past year.
Okay.
Charlotte defeating Asuka.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey's debut.
Yes.
And Elias, because Elias,
I think that would be his as well.
That would be his. That's a moment to me because Elias got the crowd.
Yep.
Locked in.
There's always a WrestleMania moment that happens.
Yes. There's always one.
There's always one. And there's one particular that we're going to talk about right now.
Last year, in the quote-unquote feud between Miz and Maurice.
Yes.
And John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Yes.
Miz and Maurice were cutting these amazing skits.
Heel promo skits. Awesome
whatever
stuff.
you want to call it. About how John Cena would never marry Nikki Bella or propose or anything like that. They have the match. Cena and Nikki Bella win. And John Cena decides that this is the perfect time to pop said question.
Yep.
And proposes, and Nikki Bella says yes. Well, fast forward 1 year later. The wedding is set for March 5th in Mexico.
Did they set the date?
They had set the date.
What? I didn't know this.
The date was set for May 5th for John Cena and Nicole to get married in Mexico. It was going to be in Mexico, very not pig or anything, but very related to Nicole's background because of it being in Mexico and everything. Well, reports came out earlier this week that John Cena and Nikki Bella are no more. There's varying different reports here.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't even. Go ahead.
John Cena was getting cold feet as the date was getting closer and closer.
Mm-hmm.
There's reports that he ended it. There's reports that Nikki ended it. They both gave statements on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, a lot of people are going, if you weren't going to go through with this, why in the goddamn hell did you do what you did last year? Because everybody's like, Vince McMahon did not tell you to marry this woman, obviously.
Nope. So my take is this. This is my take. My take is it's Nikki Bella's fault.
A lot of people are saying there's been reports
I'm not even going to talk about reports.
Okay.
I'm not even talking about reports on who broke it up and the reason why it broke up. It's Nikki Bella's fault because this man, Jonathan Cena, clearly told you, I do not want to get married several times. He clearly told you, I do not want children at all. He clearly told you in the Diva show that if I am on my deathbed, I am not going to have you on the list to make the decision to pull the plug. Mm-hmm. Now, as soon as my girlfriend heard about this, we start talking about that.
Okay.
She said, if you're on your deathbed and we're in a relationship and we're married or whatever, I'm going to be the one to make the decision for you. Mm-hmm. Just like you're going to be the one to make the decision for me.
Okay.
Because that's what relationship is. That's what love is.
Very true.
So if this man does not want the person that he is in love with and she loves him to make the final decision for him, then why y'all getting married? Who else is going to make that decision?
True. Very true.
If this man has clearly told you several times, I don't want to get married.
Yep.
He was doing it just for the sake of doing it, actually. He honestly tried. He gave it that old college try. He really did, but he did not want to do it.
At the end of the day,
she was trying to change a man that didn't want to be changed.
Yeah.
Your fault. Boom. Sorry.
A lot of
the man is married to his business.
A lot of people said John Cena is a very driven dedicated guy to his careers.
Have you not seen any of the TV shows? Like, honestly, like, if you look at Divas and look at how he's in it,
Yeah.
that's exactly how John Cena is.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
John Cena is John Cena. He's dedicated to his business.
Yep.
He's dedicated to John Cena right now. He's doing movies. He's making money. He's not trying to add you to it right now.
Did you see the video that came out probably about a week, maybe week and a half ago, maybe shortly after Wrestlemania, where John Cena, like, they, like, go through, he's got the video and they go through his day?
No. I didn't see that.
I'll have to show you. But I shared it on my Facebook. It was like him literally explaining, like, what his day, from the minute he wakes up to the minute he goes to bed. Like, what he does.
It's packed. I guarantee it, yeah. So there's no way in the world that you can actually change this man unless he wants to change. And you thought you can do that. I mean,
it's been reported that that this upcoming season of Total Divas is going to focus on their relationship and whatnot. But thing is like I said, since the news broke, there's people, it's Hollywood, it's celebrities, but I've looked into it and I think it's more on her than it is him.
I don't know.
But I don't know. At the end of the day, it's over and done, and a lot of people are going, why did you propose in front of 70,000 people? Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, hey, Nikki's single now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's gonna find herself and everything. On a side note, I would like to say this. As far as WrestleMania goes, do you think WWE inflates numbers?
It's been said that they do.
Because
now we have technology to actually take a picture and actually kind of count that.
Yeah. Because a lot of people were saying, when they announced they had 78,133 people in the New Orleans Superdome, which is the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Yeah.
The building itself
holds how many?
Holds, I believe, about a little over 76,000. 76,468.
Okay.
So you got they said 78,133. And that, right?
So they don't hold 76.
So 76,468. That's 16. That's just over 1,650 seats that they had to add to get that.
So my thing is this, though. I mean, they may inflate numbers, but if they're going by ticket sales,
okay.
Which, I mean, then that's it then.
Then, yeah. Which, at this point...
So regardless if they're there or not, that's how many tickets sell.
That's how many tickets they have sold.
Right.
So, not saying they had that.
Right.
They count by tickets. But if you buy a WrestleMania ticket and you don't go...
Dude.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, there's people that weren't able to go at times. I mean, some things
which I can understand. Death in family or whatever.
Yeah, things come up.
Things come up. But at the end of the day, it's like, damn, you spent at base, let's say $400 to get a ticket.
Yeah, that's just a ticket.
That's just a ticket.
And that's just a ticket.
Okay.
Let's just make sure we understand
Let's say
that.
At base you spent $400 to get a decent seat.
That's not even decent.
Not like decency where you can see everything from like the nosebleeds.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah,
that's nosebleeds.
From the nosebleeds. Okay. I'm just saying, like, if something comes up, it's like,
yeah.
Damn, that life sucks.
Yep. I mean, and then on top of that, if you're coming from New York,
yeah,
that's flight, hotel.
Some of these people
food.
Like, some of the people that attend WrestleMania come from, like, Australia.
Countries. I know that's what I'm saying, yeah. But, I mean, I'm just saying, let's not even take that into effect, because you already know that's going to be expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
But let's take it from a New York point of view.
Yeah.
From New York, plane, and then hotel.
And
food. And then souvenirs.
Yep.
And then food there. I mean, you're spending, like, WrestleMania is a vacation.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, clear as day.
Well, WrestleMania 35, which the reason that over the last few years WWE has kind of dropped the number and it's just WrestleMania is Vince McMahon doesn't want it to feel dated.
Yeah.
And old, which I understand.
Because he's getting old.
Yeah, it's true. But next year, WrestleMania is back up north in the Meadowlands.
Yep.
MetLife Stadium, New York, New Jersey.
I'll be there.
And we are going to do all that we can to be there.
I'm going to be there regardless.
Yeah, I'm getting tickets because it's on the bucket list. That whole experience is on bucket list.
Right now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to try and pray to the wrestling gods above.
Yes,
that we can actually get some kind of any kind. I mean, and it's always good to dream.
Media access.
It's always good to dream. It's always good to have a goal.
Listen,
you know,
if Sam Roberts and what's his face can be on there, so can we.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The main thing about getting something is you set a goal and you work towards that goal.
Yes.
If you don't get it, then you don't get it. You tried your best. But if you do get it, that's amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
So our goal right now is to get press passes.
Yes.
Podcast. Media access to WrestleMania.
Hall of Fame.
New York, New Jersey.
Yep.
Hall of Fame. I mean, and I think we got good connections right now. At this moment in time, we have good stepping stones to actually start the process.
We do.
You know. So
we just have to kind of nose to the grind.
Join our journey as we try.
Yes.
But that's the show.
It's going to call it the debut of Season 2.
Season 2, JC Money. Posted as that. You jerk face. As you already know how we end it. We got to end it differently now because I usually cyclone it, but there's Cyclone Bomb now. There's a Cyclone Punch.
There's the Eye of the Storm.
There's the Eye of the Storm now, which I'm definitely using now. Completely forgot about that.
There's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah, there's the Eye of the Storm now. Yeah, that's the new finisher. One of the new finishers.
Yeah.
That has been given to me from Goldberg himself.
WWE Hall of Famer.
Yep. Hall of Famer Goldberg himself.
Video evidence.
Yep. So,
I don't know. We'll have to think of something.
Have to figure it out. But at this moment in time, you already knew it. Cyclone!
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.